committee that's putting together the the bigger event. We have scheduled the, it was gonna be the 27th, but we couldn't get this out of auditorium. Somebody had an all day for el Día del Niño. Luz
Solis.
Solis, yeah, is doing her Día del Niño event here all day long.
Danny.
So we couldn't get it. So the next time we could get this auditorium is gonna May 11th. So we have it for the May 11th, from 9:30 in the morning till noon. So we wanna prepare a program, and we were trying to identify all those people, all those of us who remain from that period who went to Denver, or at least remember.
You want them? We took them. In Centro de La Causa, Latin American Youth Center, we took the band and get the kids together and took them to Denver.
You ran a bus.
Yeah, we heard about it. Well, there were two buses,
Yep.
one at Hull House and one at the Association House.
And we had the conference over there with,
Centro La Causa,
yeah,
how it came about.
how it started 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, Lilian Fernandez.
Me and my compadre Juan Velasquez, probably you guys remember,
Oh, yeah.
you know, we used to work at How,
Yeah.
Bethlehem Center. It's Bethlehem Center
Right
down
here.
the street, and, you know, they leveled it a while back. But we were working there, and John was, you know, outreach worker, or back then we used to call him a street worker.
Yep.
Or street walker, you know. And I was coordinator of the recreational program and the summer program. You know, we hired a lot of kids, and we worked real closely with Father Harrington from Providence of God.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
So one day he called and said that he got a hold of John, because I was out on the playground, and he told,
Move your bag. Go ahead. Move your bag.
he told John, he says, hey, why don't you come over and look at a building, St. Joseph? You know, this June, they're closing the whole school.
Yeah,
You know, and it was like about May, April,
Yeah.
and he told us. So we went, met with Father Harrington, and he says, you know what? The Providence of God, as I'm the pastor, I'm in charge of that facility. You know, and he had the church in the back and it closed, you know.
and we were on the other side.
You know, on the other side of
The whole
the
other
70th, was that
17th
17th
place.
place, the church.
Yeah.
And, you know, our interest was on
17th Street.
17th Street.
Yeah.
And then we went and looked at it, and man, we were amazed. We go, man, this is the biggest gym in the neighborhood.
It was a,
Yeah.
And so we,
Oh, yeah, you did.
you know, they had a lock on it, and for some reason, you know, the lock fell off. You know, I don't know who caused that, but, you know, I plead the, oh, blame it on my compadre John. He's not here no more. He's rest in peace.
John Blas.
Yeah.
John,
So,
Yeah.
you know, we occupied the building.
for 20 years,
Huh?
20 years,
20,
25, long time,
35.
35 years.
And,
I remember Sandy.
oh, yeah, my compadre, Sandy Chan.
Yeah.
When he went over to Catholic, he said, you could call me Jay now. Because his real name was Juventino, you know.
Right?
But we occupied it, and another compadre of mine, Steve Shinso, I don't know.
Steve, yeah, anthropologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, we were one time in one of the classrooms, and this is about almost a year after we occupied it. We were trying to develop programs for kids and young adults. And you know, I was always interested in education.
Yeah.
And so what we did, we started putting all the programs on the blackboard. And you know, they had like a horseshoe, all the classroom had like a horseshoe blackboard. So we put it here, put it there, put it there, put it there, put it there. And Steve was writing it down as we were discussing, maybe like, and John wanted to develop a street program. And we both worked the street program.
Yeah.
But John had a better handle. I mean, he was, the kind of main guy. And then we had all of a sudden, Father Harrington comes in with Monsignor Cook, who was the head of all Catholic Charities. And it was like about, I would say about 6:30 in the evening. And he came, he introduced himself, Father Harrington introduced him, we introduced each other. And Monsignor Cook took a chair, sat right in the middle of the room, classroom. There was a lot of space because there was nothing there. And what he did was that, okay, what do you guys want to do? So we kind of ran him through all the programs, and then he goes, I like it.
I like it.
He said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you the building, okay, under the auspices of Providence of God, that you guys be the ones that manage it and all that. And he said, you got a community board? I said, yes, we do. And I said, well, yeah, the president at the time is well known, it was David Serta, Judge David Serta.
Yeah.
And the other one was Arturo Velasquez, the
Yeah.
jukebox. And so he said, okay, I'm going to take care of the building, put together a budget, and I'll give you 3 positions to start with. And that's how it started. And then we put the proposal together, and to be honest with all these guys, we always had an inside guy and an outside guy. John did not, in all due respect, he didn't like paperwork. No, never,
You want it to be out?
Yeah, he wanted to be out in the calle, like my grandmother used to call me. She raised me, callejero. And so he, I was the inside guy. I took all the, the paperwork, the administration actually did. And then,
Do you have any pictures of when you went to Denver with the with the youth?
You know what? I was thinking of it when you called me, and the sad part about it is when they closed Catholic Charities, they didn't allow us back. We had to get special permission to go back there, because, what happened at Catholic Charities election, we had a good relationship with Monsignor Cook, who gave us the start, best guy. I used to meet with him periodically. And then Monsignor Hobro, another good guy. Now there's Monsignor Bolden. He just became Monsignor Bolden. And the executive director always Don Kent. Good guy. Well, it started back when they tried to unionize Catholic Charities.
I remember.
And they tried to unionize Catholic
Bobby,
Charities.
did you work for
And
Catholic?
I was one of the, I'll give invited all the department directors. And I was there, and I was hearing, well, what are we going to do, And for me personally, I never believed in unionization and social service, because people probably go start at 9 and end at 5. That's a way the union works. You got specific hours that you work, and you work over that, you work overtime. If they would have unionized it, all the overtime we paid, I'll be living somewhere else.
Do you remember what you took gang members to Denver?
Yeah. Well,
What
that
were they,
came,
like Oregon Deuces?
all of them. We
Doesn't
put
count.
together all the organizations of the gang. At that time,
Ambrose.
I
we
know,
put
I know.
together
Doesn't
22
count.
gangs. And if you grew up in the area, you know that the counts, especially I always get the counts, and me and Joe Escamilla, who's always kind of like the president, and we still belong together to the Fraternal Order of St. Francis. Wow,
Yeah.
And matter of fact, we got a meeting. Next Sunday.
George Camilla Jr. or
Huh?
Senior? George Camilla.
Senior, no, I didn't.
Senior?
Yeah, I knew father, senior, junior, We were just.
You knew Butterball too?
Yeah, I know all of them.
Okay.
Lele just passed away, so we were all there, and we had kind of a reunion, you know. Lele was a count from very, very early age.
Yeah.
But getting back, the counts, the counts had, the senior counts, which is Joe Scamilla, you know, the little counts, which was Roger Scamilla. They had the little counts, and they had the peewee counts. You know, but we brought in the Joe Scamilla and Rogers and that group. And then the Spartans had the regular Spartans and then the little Spartans, you know. And back then at How House, where we started, everybody, like I got a group, and my group was the Rampage. Okay, John's group was the Latin Counts. And then I got the Spartans, and John had I forgot that.
The Ambrose.
Yeah, most.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, a long time ago. And so we worked with him. And says, you know, I told you, my thing has always been education, you know. You know, and I got a lot of them, you know. Jesse Maldonado, you know, he had a little trouble, but I got him into college. And I know all of you remember Clarence.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for the Spartans, I got him back into college. He didn't stay,
He
but,
was in the berets.
huh?
Clarence was later in the berets, the
You know.
brown berets.
Yeah,
Was Clarence also part black?
What?
Was Clarence also part black? I'm just remembering a Clarence and
Yeah.
there was one a mixture of Mexicano and,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Hey, my memory's still good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm checking my
Yeah.
memory out.
Because Clarence's older brother was Ray, Ray, and his last name was different, but that was Clarence's brother, his was a half-brother. And his brother was, we're working with Beto, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We put together Basta,
Oh, yeah,
The drug
Brotherhood Against Slavery.
Right.
and they were in the back of Centro.
Yeah, they
Right.
were on the Central.
Yeah.
I worked
And
with
then, you know, I personally work because my background is I'm a psychiatric social worker. And I retired from Catholic Charity. Because once Catholic Charity, we partnership with them. We all had to go under Catholic Charities. And,
So you graduated out of Roosevelt University with your master's?
pardon?
You graduated out of Roosevelt with your master's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not my master's.
No? Oh.
No, I originally started at Roosevelt, and I was thinking, because I had talked to Leonard way back, and he was trying to, I did not graduate from Roosevelt. I was close, bet they changed, you know, because I was on the scholarship, you know, my, you know, just a bit of background. My mother died when I was 5 years old. My father died when I was 12, you know.
Wow.
And I'll tell you something I never very seldom tell people. I spent a month at the Angel Garden Orphanage, which I came later when I thought that came under mine. And I said, this is a small world. Well, at that time, you know, what the nuns used to do back then, to go to jail now. You know, because they used to beat you,
Oh,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then you went home and told me, hey, Dad, you remember when the nun hit
Remember when I
me?
used
He hit
to-
me again.
Remember when I used
Oh, yeah.
7th grade.
do you know, remember when we went to Denver and some count shot another vato? There was a shootout among the Chicago gang.
Yeah. Not only that, but there was a fight that we had to, you know.
Corky said.
Yeah, because, well, you know, like anything, you know, you
It was Latin
you,
teams against the concept.
yeah, you get together, you know, groups and, you know, to give each other, just like here.
Yeah.
When we brought them together to have peace because there was shooting at the park or the kids were playing, and that's how we brought all the gangs together. And we had them all sign a declaration, you know, and all of them, as far as the gang, all of them. And then we met, way back then, we met with the Latin King, the color king, you know, and we told them, look.
Because I remember they went to Denver.
Yeah, and then they, what do you call it, also,
Don Juan,
also,
that was his guy's name.
yeah, what's his name? He lives in Cleveland, I seen him about a year and a half ago. Cha-Cha Jimenez.
Oh, yeah.
And you
Young
remember
Lords.
that Puerto
Yep,
Rican-
young
They
ones.
formed the Young Lords
Young
after.
Lords,
Yeah.
the
Right.
Young Lords.
Gian Chaparrito y Gordito. Gordito.
No.
We just saw him at his big thing at the park.
Or maybe he
Oh, you
got
went to-
there.
yeah.
I remember him when he was thin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Guapo y todo eso.
Like
No, he
all,
looks
like all of
us.
us.
He's in Michigan.
Yeah, no, he lives in
He's
Cleveland.
in Michigan.
Oh, yeah, he moved, because he was living in Cleveland, Ohio. You know, the last time I seen him, that's where he was living. He probably moved now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Grand Rapids.
Oh, Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
He's not in Chicago? I thought he was in Chicago.
No,
No,
Circle
wow.
Pines helped
Not-
him a lot.
No
Circle
kidding.
Pines,
Yeah,
there in
so,
Michigan.
you know, that's how, what do you call it, that, we got all the gangs together and we signed the declaration, and then all the shooting stopped. Because I had one of my staff, Phil Coronado, who you guys should know.
Oh, yeah.
He started everything at Harrison that exists now.
Yeah.
We started it. I'm saying we at Centro,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then Tony became the director, and Tony told us, he says, all these programs that we have now, I'm following up. Phil Coronado had passed, he goes, but he came and see me, he says, hey, as long as it helps the kids, go for it. And he goes, that all came from the Centro, you know, all the programs, you know.
What I'm interested in is like, how did the Denver, you know, when you took the kids to Denver, how did what was said there impact their like, oh, we're now a slan or?
Oh, yeah,
become national?
culturally, it changed, you know, most, you know, that's the time of, you know, Corky Gonzalez, what's the guy?
Tijerina.
Yeah, and, you know, so the culture, the Chicano movement was starting. In the Southwest was always starting. I remember going to a meeting with a national-wide culture conference on Chicano. And a guy from, I guess he wasn't from Guerrero, he was from Arizona. You know, there was a conference in Arizona at that time. And, you know, he was saying, oh, well, you know, the Southwest got more Mexicans and this and that. And I said, hey, do you know your history? He goes, yeah, I know my history. I got more Chicano. I said, there's more Chicano living in my community in Pilsen than the whole state of Arizona, and you could throw in New Mexico. And he goes, I never heard of that. Read. And then the guy that verified that was the guy that Galvan, the guy that started or helped start the GI Forum.
GI Forum, yeah. Galvan, yeah.
Yeah. His brother, I know here, you know, very well. He used to come over to my grandmother's house every Christmas. He just passed about a year ago. And
Yeah, Joe Galvan?
yeah. And so those are some of the things that were happening nationally. But getting back here, there was the whole culture and the brown berets. The first meeting to develop the brown berets, okay, usually Maury, you know.
Boring.
But Maury wasn't, Maury that took it over later,
Yeah.
but Maury wasn't the first one. The
Was that
first
Duque?
meeting was at Pete Pacheco's house to form the Brown Berets. Because there was only about 8 of us that were at the first meeting. And then we decided, okay, you want to form the Brown Berets? Form them. And then they came. Then a couple years later, Maury was more involved.
What happened to Maury, by the way?
He died.
He died.
Oh, yeah, he died.
He was a biker.
Yeah, he was a biker.
Comanchero.
And he was a Latin count. And he had this thing about bikes because when they had a clubhouse here on 18th Street, the Latin count. He wanted to at one of the meetings. And I never was a member of any gang. But they made me an honorary member because, I grew up with Joe, honorary count, I was honorary Spartan, and honorary Ambrose, And with that day, you could go to, I used to walk in and he says, the door guy, if they had a social, would stop me and say, hey, I don't think you're a member. He says, no, call your president. And he goes, hey, gentlemen, me and John will go to all the, didn't like it because we danced with all the girls, but it was,
Oh, that's right, there's a part of you like that. We're gonna put it in the.
Oh, hey, yeah.
La
Hey,
musiquita.
come here, hey.
Highlighted, right?
Hey, my wife knows. she'll put another thing that I gotta get even.
Yeah, you had that, you did have that fame. You did.
Before you move on, Phil, what year was it when Centro officially opened?
We moved in there in 1977.
1970?
And November of 1971, they gave us the building, they gave us, the operating, And then we took off. We started developing our own proposal, our own, and then we got them funded. One of the things I'm proud of is that the Chicano mental health program,
Oh, yeah.
we took it away from the university. And
What was it
IJR.
at? What was that?
No,
It was, let me tell you, when we went to the meeting at the medical center, it was my compadre Steve, because Steve worked at the Illinois Psychiatric Institute, that big building on
Yep.
Ashland and Taylor.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I went to work for him part-time because I was still going to school. But how we got that, we were in a meeting, the feds were there, who represented, and the medical profession and the representative from IJR and the medical, they were there, because it was actually a proposal that they installed. We changed it, but then we got up, and I said, why are we always looking to institutionalize programs that could have a better impact on community residents? And then kind of, the institution kind of backed off. And then at a subsequent meeting, which, like a week later, I guess
Arturo's brother, right?
they're trying to get their act together. We came back, and then the government sided with us. And the program, the initial program was that we would recruit individuals that worked in kind of the paraprofession. And that's what it was, a paraprofessional
Right.
program. We got secretaries, we got guys that worked in kind of a low entry level jobs, and we got 25 people that recruited. One of them was,
When I think about Chicano mental health, I always think about